Welcome, welcome, welcome. In this video, I would love to share with you guys what do we need to know to prepare for the Lionsgate. That in my side of the world is going to be Monday. We'll have a live language here. You guys can check that on Facebook page Encoded Frequency, and then like an hour after on YouTube. If I'm right, the time will be 10 a.m. Pacific time. Please give me a like or a comment if the sound is good. I haven't had problems with the microphone. It's new, but I adjusted. So let me you guys know, and join me Monday. That is going to be the Lionsgate. What is the Lionsgate? I'm sure you have heard about it on Facebook and social media. Maybe you already listened to a video in YouTube. Lionsgate, it is a portal that happens every 8th of August of every year. This is when Earth aligns directly with the star system of Sirius. It is said in the lands from our ancestors that the Egyptians built the pyramids to align them with the star system of Sirius. Actually, there are some pictures during, I don't remember if it's in this time of the year, that you can see in the pyramids the constellation of Sirius and then the constellation of Orion. In the Egyptian legends, they will align to Isis, to Sirius, the constellation, and then Osiris, he will be Orion. It's supposed to that they came from Sirius and Orion, and they were their semi-guides, right, for them. This is in the way that they perceive them. What I remember for my own Egyptian timeline, it was that back in that time, in my Akashic records, we came from Atlantis. So many of the teachings that the Egyptians had, the Hermetic teachings, the ancients from taught that he came from Atlantis in my Akashic records. We use spells, codes, language of the light, different rituals. The pyramids didn't look the way they look right now. In my Akashic records, they were crystalline because the stone would change in form, and then it would transmit a life force from within through us. I don't know if that makes sense, but I remember that, for example, I always have worked with the element of water. In this lifetime, I'm an earth sign, but in many others, I have been a water sign. So from the water in my body, from whatever liquid that it was in the elements, I could move them and then connect with them. Others will work with the element of earth, others with the fire, others with air, others with metals like gold, crystals, things like that. So this is how we could move things. So the ones that moved the stones to build the pyramids, they did it with their mind and their power, and it was like every Egyptian one. It was just some type of Egyptians that had a type of lineage that could do things like that. It was kind of like Harry Pottering stuff, kind of like magic stuff that you were trained when you were a child to. Do you remember the last movie of Disney? I don't even remember the title. That it was like a magical family, so they would wait for the child to develop its own magic, and this happened in Colombia. In this in Coco, I don't remember the time. It was kind of like that. I remember that I was taken a tree to be offered to the palace, and whoever it was, the king and queens at the time, that I don't remember those details, and then we didn't have like normal lives. You were trained to develop your element, you know about quantum physics and stuff like that, and then you will do magical tricks. And it was the same in Atlantis, and then Druids did it. And then when in the ancient Europe, Nordic gods connect with the portals of Avalon, and at the same time Hebrews did it in some time, and then the Egyptians, and then in different times of Earth, our ancestors used portals. So the Lion's Gate is one of those portals, but because of the way stars and constellations are aligned directly to Earth, it is kind of like, I'm going to use this example. It's kind of like if this is Sirius and then this is Earth. So Sirius will serve as a filter to magnify the magnetic field from Gaia in a way that we will have extra energy. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing because it's like when the government give back your taxes, that you have like extra money in the bank to pay debts or do whatever you want to. So this is a time for manifestation, especially because it's 8-8. For me, I use codes everywhere with my intentions. I just purchased a bottle and then this is plastic so I can write about it. I do it in my candles too. I have it in pictures all over, and this is a simple way to manifest. You could do it in a sheet of paper. You can just do, this is the manifestations that I have, their higher self, the universe, whoever you preach. How would that code be like? And just allow the pencil to move in whatever form feels right for you. And you can put a crystal on top, you can put a candle, you can put your hands if you know Reiki or any healing technique, and prepare yourself. Why prepare yourself? Because if we have extra energy, and that extra energy, it isn't channeled in the areas of our life we want for manifestation. It may come out as anger, being drained, being tired, life is complicated, and align myself with lower frequency agendas that arises because as the light increases, the dark is going to feel attack. Light attack to darkness, that darkness attack to the light. So the darkness that is ready to be released, it will become in whatever form it's needed, and you guys may feel emotional or moody or with anxiety or with extra energy. That if that extra energy, it is in channel, it is in grounded, it is an anchor, it will feel as if it is anxiety. But when we ground, when we sleep, when we go out, do less mind stuff and more people stuff, we're able to find that easiness in life. So this is time for self-love. This is something that I'm doing myself. I cocoon myself. I catch up with what do I need to do. Because I am my meditation. I'm not that seeking into spiritual stuff, because I can get overloaded with light, and I will channel for you guys like an hour on Monday. Check what time is going to be for you, but for me it's going to be time I am Pacific time. When I'm channeling like that, I hold the space for you guys, and whoever comment to the video and whoever will see the video in the future, I will fast. I will do a liquid diet like from the day before. I will cocoon. Maybe I won't answer the phone. I will just be in my own space so I can be the most clear in my vessel for whatever information needs to come through to be expressed through us, through the patient. Then I think it's going to be activations, right? But I'm not sure exactly how they will come through. I have seen some things that may happen in the future. I don't know exactly what Galactics want, but it's going to be fun. So if you want to join us, just go into the calendar for the Facebook page and Encoded Frequency and sign up, or go later into the YouTube and watch it at your own time when you are comfort for it. But why it is important to do self-love? Because this is what I'm seeing in the collective, guys. It's like if actually the old greed that carries malevolent agendas and dark conspiracy timelines, etc., it's being deconstructed. What is that mean, Gretel? It means that it's no longer needed to be in practice. And Earth, it's being separated, but this has been, it's being function in the energetic form. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the best way that I can explain that to you. I don't know how others channel the thing that Earth is going to be divided into, but I see that it's not actually going to be like that. It's going to be the same Earth. It's just you will have access to different information. For example, I remember that I had my first boyfriend. We were together for, I think, 3.5 years. But in the last year, we got completely disconnected. So it was a very comfortable relationship, but it got cold. So I remember that I was going out and people were saying, "Where is your boyfriend?" I was like, "I have no idea. He just wanted to go in another direction." So we worked together because in our human plane, we don't talk about that not being together, but our separation began like a year before we decided to split up because we got more separated. So the way that I have been seeing it is the separation from dimensions from 3D to 4D to 5D is going to be more visible and more sensitive kinesthetically, if that is the right way to if that is the right way to explain it, that, but it's more like states of consciousness. So the way that I can explain it is, for example, I used to have cable. I don't know if you guys remember that you will pay an amount monthly and then you have like 300 channels. But I don't have cable right now because I do have Netflix and I do have Gaia and then I do have Curiosity Stream and Apple TV and whatever. So I no longer use cable, but cable it's a service that people can still have. But now you have different type of platforms for you to watch whatever you want to watch. If you're a person that likes to watch movies like I like to do. So this is kind of like how 3D, 4D, 5D works. As long as I understand in 5D we won't have physical body anymore, we'll be like in the resurrection. But in high 4D, you could be semi-physical. You could do those Harry Potter stuff, kind of like in ancient Egypt we used to do, in Atlantis, in Lemuria, when if you had time as a druid or as a shaman, or I don't know, maybe in another tribe that I'm not coming into the name right now. In some timelines on Earth in ancient times, we have these loops that you could do stuff. You could move, and this is how Earth is going to come into the future. I remember that in Lemuria, we barely speak in words because it was all about the heart, and we were connected to our heart in such a way that you could speak with walls, stones, trees, animals, air itself, the rain, and then everyone else. It was like a one big family, like all the kingdoms. In Atlantis, it was a different thing. My Atlantis, it was more about knowledge. So you will knew about a lot of stuff. And then if you didn't know, you will say, okay, hold on. And then you will open a portal and then go on the next floor and then come back. I already know what we need to do. Right? It was more about like time travel thing. And then in Egypt, the pyramids and then the other pyramids that were built around the world were built like a net of light that will help us to download information from the cosmos, from the gods. And in my Egyptian timeline, we used to record things on water to kind of like leave messages to other people, kind of telepathic messages. Others will imprint things on scent. I remember that someone will send you kind of like an email through scent, and then suddenly you will knew that it's some person will smell like orange and cinnamon, let's say, and then you will smell like that. You will remember, oh, maybe I need to talk to some person, and then you will tune into the telepathic channel of that person, and then an image will come to you about something that you needed to know. So all of those gifts are available for us right now. they're going to be more available for us. And in the portals like the Lionsgate and the Equinox and the 11/11 and then the 12/12 and then the winter solstice, we're going to have the opportunity to activate our third eye, our channel, your healing hands, or whatever gifts you would like to activate, because you will have extra light that could be used in any area that you want. What it will serve me to open my third eye, Grethel? Because it helps you to know where you are and where are all others. Why would I want you to telepathic communication? Because it gives you extra information that could be used in human life. For example, for me, I dreamed that my daughter was crying the other day, and then one of her guys said, you have to do something with her. And she was crying, and I was like, oh. Then I woke up, and I was like, what would that be about? So my intuition prepared me, so I will clear my shadow, and then I will hold the space for her. So I went out with them. I couldn't have sessions. I was conscious, and then by the afternoon, she was kind of having an anxiety attack because she's a sensitive person. And then I was like, okay, what's going on? Just breathe. And then I went out with her. I calmed her. Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to leave? What do you want me to do? That if I wouldn't have that dream, I will probably be very busy with sessions during the day, and I wouldn't notice that she was in need of my mom healing thing. So having your gifts activated serves you a lot in the physical. I know I have a very good friend who invests in Wall Street because he's a so damn good psychic and he's making a lot of money. I know some people that works with government, others work in finances, others are trying to find new cures for diseases and things. I know a biologist who's doing experiments trying to help a type of plants that will stream light for us, so we don't have to have solar panels, but plants will do those things for us. There are a lot of people trying to investigate how to merge frequencies and codes and sounds for self-healing. So this is the information that's coming through. Solutions that we need right now, solutions that are going to reactivate our finances, our economy, the health system, the education system, the government system, and how we can have a different collective that feels good for all of us. So practically, this is the opportunity for you guys and I to tune into divine, go within, and then channel whatever that arises for me. Prepare for it. If you're gonna have a date with someone, maybe you are married, maybe you're single, but when I have dates, or when I have dates, I prepare. I mean, I take a bath, I put a beautiful dress or something, if I like the guy. If I have a family reunion, I will prepare for it. If I'm gonna do something with my kids, I'm gonna prepare for it. If I'm gonna meet my beloved, then I'm gonna prepare for it. I'm gonna be in my best self for it, for him or for me, if I'm gonna take some time for myself. These are opportunities, gateways that open all the time, but this is a special occasion because it's a collective agreement that we will all have access to that portal to download whatever I want. It's like being in the ATM with the card with the money to draft cash. So what do I want to withdraw from my account, and what do I want to do with it? Those are the important questions that I would like you guys to reflect. And for me, I prepare for those things. How do I prepare self-love? I wrote yesterday on the page, calm, be gentle, because there is a lot of things going on. We're all through a lot, guys, but a little bit of kindness. Someone says that honey pushes up more flies than any other thing. So sometimes a little bit of sweetness or courtesy or being respectful with one to another, we can open more doors than with, this is my truth and you are wrong and you are in the wrong path and I know more than you. Because those things are being seen in the light worker community sometimes. For me, I try to have the most organic awakening that I can have according to my capabilities, and this is going within. Understanding that all roads take to divine at the end, and everyone has its own right to believe whatever they believe. I may agree or I may not, but I cannot take the value from what someone else's feel because I disagree with, because that will put me into the point where I think I know it all, so I don't need to learn from another perspective because I'm all set here. But when I am open for having new perspectives, but it has happened to me through a twin flame journey. The definition of a twin flame journey has been changing and changing and changing. And I'm like, oh. So this energy is adaptable, it's mutable, and it is quick and fast. If we're not in our center, we'll feel like, oh God, what's going on? So hold on to your hats. The next of the year, it's going to feel the same intensity until the winter solstice that I think is going to be the 20th of the 21st of December. We have many portals, actually one each month. Yes, and then September, and then we have November. The only one that we don't have portal is the one from October, that the energy is going to feel a little bit more subtle. But take advantage of those portals to activate your gifts, to connect with divine, to know who you are, where you have been, but most importantly, what you want to become, what you want to do with the extra energy that's all around. So we can channel the solutions that we're all asking for that are going to transform us into new earth. So once again, join me Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you cannot be because of whatever reasons, don't worry about it. I'm gonna upload that on YouTube later. I'm gonna try to have the best sound that I can, so maybe I will do a test first, because my professional microphone that I purchased with your guys' donations didn't work today, but it will go with the flow as it's meant to be. I appreciate everyone and you here. Thank you so much for those starts. And then next week, I'm gonna wait for the construction to end, and then I'm gonna let you guys know if Saturday or Friday we can do a free service so I can answer all of your questions. But meanwhile, the ones that would like to join me this Lionsgate, Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, prepare for an hour of a very powerful galactic channel that are going to open your gifts, whatever gifts you have on the horizon. If you cannot be live with me, don't worry about it. I'm gonna put that on YouTube and you guys can check that later. That is going to be galactic gifts activation for sure. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and remember, self-love. Self-love will help you to go at ease, and it will help you to have the most organic and excitement Lionsgate the next Monday or Sunday, my Sunday, that will be tomorrow if you are in Australia. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Thank you guys for being here. Love and light. Bye-bye.